Inventory rose last week. Pending sales rose last week. Rates pushed up higher last week. But despite rising mortgage rates, the conflict in the Middle East and pushing oil prices going up, and headlines that say AI is going to take all the jobs, housing demand remains positive year over year. It sounds odd, but housing demand has held firm. Here's a chart of the weekly pending sales, and you can see that we're up when you compare us to 2024 and 2025. Purchase application data is a forward-looking indicator, which basically means that the growth in purchase applications with me as your lender leads to home sales by approximately 30 to 90 days. Last week we were down 3%, but applications year over year were up by 7%. This is great news if you're a realtor. One of the sources that I rely on heavily on the market is HousingWire. And in 2026 forecast, the analyst expected mortgage rates to be between 5.75 and 6.75, and that's where we are, despite the Middle East. Here's the average interest rates as of today. And remember that rates are an average on these charts. With better credit, you're gonna have better rates, and with worse credit, you're gonna have worse rates. And just a quick education, mortgage rates follow inflation and they follow employment data too. Those are the two biggest things that mortgage yields are affected by. As inflation rises, mortgage rates will too, and oil prices are factored in substantially to this inflation rate. So hopefully we'll see those come down soon. As far as price reductions, well, that's improving too. In 2025, with this last week, we saw 39% of listings have price reductions, and now we're at 37.5% nationally. What we can pray for this weekend is for a real deal to be signed in Iran, for oil prices to fall so that we can get back to that traction that we were starting to see in the winter months into 2026. And as a reminder, as you are going to start to see more foreclosures come into the market, this is not unusual after a 3-year moratorium on foreclosure we had during the pandemic. Remember that foreclosures and short sales are a completely different animal to you as an agent and a client. I'm very familiar with them. If you need help, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. But only 1% of sales last month were foreclosures. So this comment is not to alarm you. It's just the question popped up a lot this last week from agents. And the NAR report showed that first-time home buyers are up from 30 to 35% as of the most recent report in May. This is great news to see new buyers coming into the real estate market. And thanks to all of you that continue to trust me with your business. This is my President's Club Award for 2025. I just can't say how much I appreciate all of you for trusting me with your clients, with your business, with your faith in me and my team. A lot of craziness has happened this last week, but fortunately that is all over. And I just have to say, I am looking forward to next week. Y'all have a great weekend. If you need me, call me.